I want to talk a little bit about the go to the board presentations. So 5 times during the class you'll receive an email with a problem in it, and you'll need to publish the solution to the presentation area under the discussions. So you'll want to go to that particular presentation. This is the week 2 presentation, and start a new thread with your particular problem. And I'm just going to start one here with an example. And then you're going to want to put the solution to your problem in here. So we need to either enter it directly using the equation editor, or you can write it up in Word and then save it as PDF. And I'm going to go through a few different ways that we can input things. Probably one of the easiest ways to input equations or your solution as a whole, and also graphs and graphics, is to insert as an image. So here I'm going to get a particular equation, and you'll need to insert an alternate text. So just make something up, insert it, and you'll get the nice thing about this is that you can actually see the image in the editor. Now if you choose, you can type in the equations directly or use the equation editor to put them in from Word or some other source. I'll show you how to do that. But this way, this particular image is saved as a PNG file. So let's see if I would assume that's portable network graphics format. What I actually do is copy them directly as a screen capture, and that's how this one was done. Obviously it's from my math lab, and save them that way. And on a Mac it's very easy. You can do a command control shift 4. Sounds hard like a Vulkan thing, but brings up and you can just capture things and then save them in PNG format. I assume GIF format, GIF also works, but you know, experiment and try different things. But I think that might be the best way, is bring in your entire solution or different equations and part of it, and then you can type in between. There is an equation editor in here. You can insert a graphical equation. It's a fairly nice equation editor. The only problem is that when you insert the equation, it doesn't show up as an equation. It shows up as this yellow box. You can also set up Microsoft Word and use its equation editor, and then either just copy the equations in directly as images, which might be the preferred way, or set up your preferences so that when you copy an image it saves it as math markup language. So I've done that in mine because of some other work I'm doing. So when I copy this and then go back over here, I want to select the math markup equation, and you'll want to insert it before this last in here. So I'm going to paste it in, and it pastes, you know, I'm just pasting. I just did a copy paste, but when it saves it to the clipboard, it saves it as math markup language, and so you insert it in that way. And again, you notice that you don't get the equation directly. You get this box that just shows the equation is there. So, you know, those are 3 ways you can do it. You also, LaTeX works, but I've tried it with Mathematica, and Mathematica has a tendency, although it saves things as LaTeX, to rearrange symbols. So I don't recommend that as a current way, but you may, if you're familiar with LaTeX or TeX or AMS TeX, you can also do that and insert it directly that way here. Unfortunately, it again shows up as this yellow box. And then probably the last way is to just attach a file, go in here and do everything as PDF, because then if you click on it, it'll show up directly. So I'm going to bring up a presentation example from based on what I had done in some classes. I'd actually uploaded this before, so it's asking to overwrite it instead. Insert it, and you'll get a link to it, but when you click that link, it should bring it up directly in your browser, because most browsers display PDF. So I'm going to post this, and then the first time you post it, everything shows up as math markup language, but then if you actually go to the presentation, or your actual thread, you'll see that things work out generally correct. Here's the image, here's the equations I inserted, one from the equation editor and one from the math markup from Word. Here's the PDF file, and if you click on that and go to it, it'll just bring it up directly, which is probably the best way. You can do things either directly or write them up and scan them in. Just make sure you save them as PDF. The only thing I don't like about that is then you have to go sort of back and forth to answer when I'm making my reply, but that's just what we'll have to live with in this particular system. So I hope those are some good ideas. If you got any questions, email them or present them online. Here's a extension of my example, and we'll see where we can go from there.